60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No. Leo. Hey, lock it. Go out.
Now a give, right side. Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now they'll run it on the toss.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watch 2. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield.
Let's go now. Get the flag. Hey, get him. Get him. Get him.
Now a give, right side. Muhammad. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Let's get it.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Now it's Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Look at me. Go.
Check it back.
X3, 218, chopper.
Hey, check my 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 16-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Zoom, zoom. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. 6 man.
From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Here's Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. I'm here all day.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Jackson now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get please. Check, check. Echo, echo.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Bind, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn on it.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Greystone travel.
Mike, 29. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, touchdown Indianapolis. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Muhammad. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go again with Muhammad. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Colts 39-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. On 4th down, Jackson. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey,
Pilot, 64, weak.
flare.
6-6, bullet high.
I'm coming after you. Kill.
Ready?
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
They'll drop the throw. That's caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
29 is Mike 29.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Mike 2, Mike 2. 3 bucks.
Now Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
To the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 2, Michael.
Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37. Here we go, night. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Keith. Let's go.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike 37.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Joker. Kill.
80 weapon.
Mike 29. Rip right. Shit. Hey, check 20.
Defense.
They'll run it with Jackson.
You got right there.
It was Armani Watts who got him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Mike 29. I got him. 29 is mine.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. Now a give right side. It's Jackson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
At the 43-yard line.
Tighten up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run again with Jackson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. And Jacksonville, they have moved out in front late. A win would be their first of the young season. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Go. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the run, this is Jackson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.